Today how to switch the slide direction for a multi-chair 6000. This currently chair is set up to go from basically a left to right slide, a right slide system as seen in from the user's perspective. I'm going to switch this from going from left to right to left. So let me go through the process. Many ways to do it. The easiest way to think about it is to think about levitating the chair and switching the tub section legs with the rolling section legs and vice versa, and then moving the stop from one point to the other, stop from one point to the other, and switching the latch. You'll need two tools. You need the T-handled Allen wrench, 1/4 inch Allen wrench that came with the unit, as well as the 5/32 Allen wrench. So the process is pretty simple. First, I like to take off the footrests, so they're not in the way. Set them out here, and then take off the bridge, connector bridge, just to get it out of the way. Set that guy down, and then tip the units up. We did this, and then we tip this guy up here, and start out by swapping the legs from one unit to the other. That's the first step. So let's start off with this unit, or this leg right here. We go basically in place of this guy here. And then when you put the rolling section legs, make sure there's a little indexing pin that engages. I like to start out at about a 45-degree angle, or at a 45-degree angle. Make sure it's fully seated, pops into that little hole right there. And lock that down. I'm going to switch this guy. And again, this guy goes over here. With this leg right here. Pops right in here. Again, make sure that's fully, they call it fully seated. Make sure it's fully engaged. There. And then I'll put the stationary legs into this section right here. Again, I like to, these do not have pins in them, and they can rotate 360 degrees. I like to start at a 45-degree angle, but then you can adjust based on the tub width. This guy right here. And then let's start off with getting the other two legs. This guy right here is going to replace this guy right here. Put this guy up. I kind of like to do it one at a time just so I make sure that I'm translating them correctly from one to the other. Again, on about a 45-degree angle. Pop this guy in. Make sure you put that 45, engage is fully there. Lock that guy in place. And I'm going to flip this guy up just more over here. Get this guy out. And swatch with this guy. Okay. Now this frame is complete from the leg setup. Put that guy right up. Put this guy right here. That locks in place. Bring him upright. Set him next to the chair here. And then put in the connector bridges to make sure we're all lined up. Lock that in place. Now we've got a unit that actually is going to slide from, starting point would be here. Now you're going right to left. So the release latch is here. Your slide there. That's a quick and dirty way to get the things going. However, the challenge now is that you've got the latch on the inside. So to release it, for the caregiver would have to reach across the client and then do it that way. So the next key step is to actually move the latch points from the outside to the inside. And that's done with the 5/32 Allen wrench. Pretty easy to do. Just loosen this stop right here. If I could see. There we go. Okay, loosen that. It's got a little lock washer on there to hold that guy in place, and move him to this point right over here. Get it started. Okay, and lock it. Make sure you firmly lock it in place with the Allen wrench. The problem is if it doesn't get locked in, this is something that can wiggle off pretty easy. Lock that guy in place. Make sure it's nice and tight. Okay. Then you do the same thing over here. Over here is you move that latch slot from one hole, there we go, to this position right here. Okay. Okay. And then we want to do one final. Okay, there we go. So now we've got the stops moved. The challenge now is the latches aren't lined up correctly. So the final step is to remove the bridge, take out the bridge, sit on top here, move the shuttle off of the chair itself, and we're going to remove the latch from one side to the other. So real simple. It's the same 5/32 Allen wrench. You basically loosen this. Set it down. Loosen this guy. Settle down. Bring them across, same mounting points over here. Bring this guy. And again, tighten it. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now that's properly set up. Next step is just to put it back onto the frame itself. I like to just simply line it up. Get down and line it up. There we go. There we go. So now that's in place. Put the bridge back in. So now the unit is set up. We can put the footrest back. Pick up the tools. Put the footrest back in place. And now the unit's set up to go from a right to left, a left slide. So now it's convenient for the caregiver. They can release the latch, slide the person across, and it locks in place. Release it from this side, and bring it back, and it locks in place. So basically that's the one way to do it. Pretty easy to do, straightforward. This would apply not only to the 6000, but also to the 6200, the 6000 tilt, 6200 tilt. So the basic concept is the same. Thank you.